Welcome, investors and traders, to today's episode of Unusual Option Activity, brought to you by the Market Option app. Today's date is May 16th, 2022. And for those who do not know what unusual option activity is trades that are kind of trading outside the normal range, or somebody just trying to create a position in a hurry, which is also outside the normal range. We have algorithms built in our Market Action app, which track these trades and highlight them as unusual within our app. So make sure to check out our app on mobile as well as desktop, and try to sign up for a free trial to learn about unusual option activity. So let's jump in. Here's a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for educational purposes only, and this is not investment advice. Feel free to pause the screen and read through it if you would like more details. So we don't have any updates for today since we just kind of kick-started our video again. So let's just jump into what are today's unusual option activity, some of the options that were traded today. So here's XBI. This is a biotech ETF, and we saw some unusual call buying at $1.70 strikes, close to, once again, close to 700,000 in premium traded. Even more, we saw some more bullish call buying at different strikes as well. Not so much, but it was interesting to see that. As you can see here, the activity exceeded the current open interest, so this seems like somebody's opening and adding to a position. Now, whoever traded these, they traded it at $2.86. This closed around $2 at close today, so you might even get a chance to enter lower if it stays there tomorrow. And here's the chart using our algorithm. Our algorithm on the shorter time frame is currently a buy, and as long as it kind of stays above this trend line, it'll be a good hold. Now, if you don't want to enter early, because there's quite a bit of distance left between the strike, which is 75, somewhere around here, and where it's currently trading, you can actually wait for the price action confirmation for it to kind of go above today's high as a good entry point, that hey, this is going to continue to go up before starting a position. Now, this is at a very interesting price level. So let's look at a little bit longer time frame chart. This is a monthly chart for that same biotech ETF, and you can look, we're going like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, 6 years back, almost 5 years back. And when you look at it on the monthly chart, you can see how every time the price has reached this level, it had somehow bounced. So what we call these are called demand zones, where once price reaches that level, more buyers tend to enter the market. So currently, price has already kind of touched that demand zone and has bounced a little bit. I don't really look at it a very perfect price level because it's on a monthly chart, but this is interesting to see that there is a chance that price could bounce once it has touched this demand zone. So this seems like an interesting call to kind of participate in and tag along with whoever helped us kind of find this interesting opportunity. And here it is again, today's $1 unusual option activity. Once again, for those who are not familiar with options and are trying to get started, this was kind of an idea to help you get started for less than $1. Now, a quick disclaimer for those who are newer. Once again, standard option contracts are control 100 shares, so a dollar option contract will actually cost you $100 in actual buying power to purchase these. So let's look at it. We have more than one actually today. So Pinterest, we saw some unusual call buying once again above open interest, about close to 500,000. Excuse me, getting some burps here. Close to 500,000 with a fairly decent amount of time out, about 90 days out into expiration. Whoever bought these, they bought this at 91. It kind of closed at 80, close to 80 cents. So might be even giving you a slightly better entry here. Let's look at the charts. As you can see, the algo is currently in showing a buy signal. There is some volume increasing as buyers are kind of trying to step in. Today was a bit of a kind of like a trading within a range day, and these two price levels are really, really interesting. So you can enter it right now and just kind of continue to follow the buy signal as long as we have a buy signal to the upside, or you can actually wait for it to kind of clear the pricing to kind of go and close above 22.15, because you have $26 strikes. You have a lot of time on these. Now you can buy them as is, or you can even buy them as a vertical and even make it more cheaper than, I think, what was like 40 cents. You can actually even cut your cost in half. 80 cents. You can even cut your cost in half to 40 cents by selling higher level strikes, because there's a lot of time on these. Theta decay might get to it if the price action doesn't continue to go up. But these are really interesting. Seeing a lot of activity on social media related stocks, including Facebook. The only outlier right now is Twitter because of the Mr. Elon Musk saga. Here's another one that we saw unusual. This is much shorter dated, and this is almost half the price of the previous one. However, this is 10 days to expiration. So these will decay really fast if the price action were not to follow through. So whoever bought these at 50 cents, it's close to around 48. These kind of came in a little late in the day. So you can see these even traded as high as 72, but someone got like really close to the bottom of today's trading range. So these are pretty interesting, and as you can see, once again, volume exceeds open interest. So this is one of the very interesting ones to look at. So let's look at the graph. Right now, we do have a buy signal. Everything is kind of bouncing after the big sell-off we had a few days ago. I am kind of just waiting this out just because it's so close to expiration. I have this trend line here. If it were to kind of break that trend and kind of move up towards that price target of $26 that we see here, that will be a good time to kind of enter these, because 26 is not very close. It's still a little bit of ways away, somewhere around here. So if price action were to kind of break this trend and kind of start moving up and hold it, because sometimes it would break a trend and it would actually kind of lean on top of it before it kind of takes off. So it's interesting, this big jump we had, and now we're kind of coming back to it. So something to kind of see how it goes, and we do have a small gap to the downside, so chances are we might even go like this and then go back up, because every time a gap is closed, price inverts on that gap. So might be a good idea to wait, or you can even enter right now. Premium's pretty cheap. This would, but you got to really watch it, as you will be hit with theta decay if the price is not moving in the right direction, and moving fast in that direction too. So even if it were to kind of just like squiggle here, you would see premium decay and might not be worth holding that option for too long. And that's basically our today's option activity. Something to kind of keep in mind. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. We have some retail sales number coming in the morning, as well as Walmart retail earnings as well. And then later in the day, we have Fed Chair Powell, who speaks at a conference somewhere, and that will his words will move the markets. So it's going to be a fun day. Fed days are always amazing to trade, but you got to be really quick, as market will whiplash in one and the other direction and finally pick a side. So interesting tomorrow. Make sure you trade responsibly and be careful. Once again, make sure you download our app. It's available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. The keyword is Market Action. Download it, check it out, provide us feedback. We'll be happy to hear and help if any questions. You can also go to marketaction.live and start your risk-free trial, because with our subscription, you don't only get the app, you also get the desktop app with much more features than you can put it on a smaller device. We also have our algo live and available for TradingView, which I use to kind of show the charts in the unusual option activity, and kind of helps kind of with direction in terms of, hey, is it the time to buy? Has the selling stopped? Has the buying started? Has the volatility decreased to the either side? So our algo takes into account a lot of things: price action, volatility, volume, moving averages, so on and so forth. And based on that, it gives us a buy and a sell signal. So make sure to subscribe and even purchase the algo right now. It's on sale. And last but not least, once again, thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button below. It will help us kind of show up higher in algorithms, as well as enable notifications, and hit the like button as well. And feel free to comment any questions or feedbacks you might have. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and have a good day and trade responsibly.